Hello everyone, it's me Jenny and it's time for another commentary. It is about 20 past 12 on Wednesday night, so it's a bit late, but I have just replied to all your comments. I don't know whether or not this video, even though it is, as I said, filmed slightly late, I will be up later than normal. I am currently re-uploading my Tuesday video, just basically technical difficulties with my laptop at the moment. It's acting really weird. So hopefully I'll be able to get that sorted soon, and this will be up by Thursday. I hope. I really hope. But in the meantime, just bear with me. I will catch up. I always do. But there we go. And there hasn't really been that many channel updates. I still haven't really updated my playlist properly. I did a small update session, but I have no time to actually go through and do the full update. So sorry I haven't updated those. I will. Probably the most exciting news is one of the things that I've always been told that I really should do is thumbnails, and Jenna, who does my absolutely adorable I love it to bits fan art, she made me icon images, which I could put basic text over, and because I thought for a long time that icon images were only a feature allowed to people who are whatever the word is, what's the word, sponsored YouTuber people who've signed up for official Google accounts, which get revenue for advertising. I can't remember the name of the official thing off the top of my head. I thought that was an only thing for those people. I didn't realise that it was just something that you can do. And the Project Chroniclers, I think it was possibly Christopher Ware, pointed that out to me, and I was at the time like, oh my god, it's this thing that I thought was this mystical thing that's completely inaccessible actually is really, really accessible. So I've started doing thumbnails, which is new and exciting. I'm going to try and, keep the standard shapes and sizes, and have standard ones in terms of the actual layout throughout the week, but different colours for each day of the week, and then different pictures for every video, as kind of a clip show thing. But we'll see how it goes. I'm finding it quite fun so far, and it's nice to look at them and be like, ooh, professional looking. Anyway, moving on, let's actually talk about comments. So that was pretty much all my channel updates. So on last week's Gaming Monday, which was my first Don't Starve multiplayer playthrough, also I apologise, I didn't realise last week I still had my additional laptop fan on. I was absolutely just so hot last week, and my laptop, bless it, it gets really overheated just in the corner here if I don't have the fan on, and the fan was on, and I completely didn't realise that obviously would mess with the audio. Obviously the audio on my web camera isn't great anyway, but I didn't realise how bad it was until I was watching the playback, and I was like, oh, I can't really film it again. So that's why the audio last week was so shocking. But I remembered to unplug my fan this week, so hopefully, fingers crossed, audio is better than last week. Moving on, my Gaming Monday, which was my Don't Starve multiplayer, my first time streaming. Let's see. Baxorn Dominic commented that he has trouble with Don't Starve because it's so random, and a lot of the things are it's hard to get into the groove and get past winter. Yeah, I've had the as I said in my comment, I've had the advantage that I've been playing with some very, very experienced players, and I'm very into the happily monotonous stuff. I can spend the entire day killing rabbits and killing rabbits and killing rabbits, or cutting trees and cutting trees and cutting trees. I barely use the science machines. I don't mind being kind of the camp person, the person who stays at camp and does the picking and whatnot. I think it's just because I'm there for the conversation and there to hang out with my friends, and I like the characters that are featured in the game, and I like the visuals, and just generally I'm there to hang out. I mean, when I tend to play with the Project Chronicle group, it's usually between 1 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the morning. So to be honest, having to focus on conversation and actually doing exciting gameplay would be quite difficult. So most of the time I just concentrate on holding conversation and doing something relatively simple so I don't die. But there we go, that's my thoughts on that one. My Tuesday random vlog was my walk in the woods during the weather. Baxon said, haha, it's 21 Celsius. I did say it was about 37 Celsius. It's really, really hot on that day. It was on the Court at Women, and they were saying it was 39, 40 degrees Celsius, which I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's pretty warm, pretty damn warm. But that day I was actually able to get out and about and go on a walk, and I was really proud for doing it. So teasing me, Vaxon, teasing me. Solace B says I may be pale, but I look classy in the shades. And thank you for the reminder about Wimbledon. So yay! I'm glad I reminded you about Wimbledon. I've lost my glasses. I don't know where they've gone, but they're good glasses. Me and my sister went glasses shopping because I needed some new sunglasses because the ones I bought while I was in Venice snapped. And we went into like a chemist, like a just general you buy things for holidays shop. And we looked at the glasses and they were all like 50, 60 pounds. And then we went into Primark, which is the cheapest shop you can possibly get, and I found glasses which were so much nicer and so much more my style and just plain and simple for £1. So it was probably very unethically made, but very, very cheap. So I'm going to take it. And I'm sure they'll be just as hard wearing as the £50, £60, £70, £80, £120 sunglasses. It's not like they've got special lenses or anything. They're just sunglasses. Anyway, that tangent aside, blimey O'Reilly. Let's see. Mark commented that he's had some warm days, but lots of rain. And he hasn't had much luck with the weekends, which kind of sucks. And I think he also commented on, I like rain, I definitely do, and I like biking in rain, but obviously it does come difficult when like it's going directly into your eyes, and I'm very fond obviously when you're out and about and you get soaking wet in the rain, but then you can actually come home and dry off and warm up. So yeah, over here. Moving on. Nathan Lar says the weather is a little bit better than expected. But you've had more rain. Yeah, it's been interesting. A lot of people have been getting a lot more rain. A lot of people have been having a lot less rain. It's definitely climate change is the thing this year for sure. KSJ says it's been tropically hot where he is. That's quite impressive. Eric Dye. Wow. He says he lives in one of the snowiest cities in America, so he hasn't really had much of a summer, but his winters are more exciting. I haven't really in any snow really, apart from my one vlog where I walked outside. The snow was completely gone by the morning. That was pretty much all the snow that we got this year, so definitely climate change is a thing, as I've already said once. Yeah, Red Sky Blackbird said it's almost 30 in the shade. That's blooming warm. Pale and Fashionable, Ranger 7 Studios, thank you very much. Horosophication, how you pronounce your name? I've probably failed to pronounce your name in the past. It says the heat is messing with his lions, or her lions, which sucks. I hate it when you really, really want to sleep and it's just too hot. I usually can find a way to sleep when I want to sleep, but I hate it when you just can't cool down. And oh no, Figaro says the heat is just too much, which is well said indeed. Okay, moving on. My commentary last week, I was super duper hot. Baxon said Celsius makes no sense to him, and it looks like Marco Mano has, I can never pronounce your surname right, sorry, has stepped in to explain what that means. So good luck with that. A Fahrenheit makes no sense to me, so it's all fair in that sort of thing. Let's see, Solace B says the weather in New York is daisylicious at the moment, which is I'm never really sure what that means, but I know what you mean. Thank you to all the daisies in chat, by the way. I'm very impressed. A lot of daisies in chat. So thank you all and all of your daisiness. Mark says it wasn't adorable, it reminded him of Bugs Bunny. That's a conversation that we're having. But there was something about Toontown and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and also mentioned Daisy Lou. Interesting. KSJ talked about the ongoing racial discussion that's been going on, and all of the just kind of the circulation of concepts without action. So it's well said. And also another Daisy comment, brilliant. Suffering from heat stroke. Nathan Lau says, if I suffer from heat stroke, it makes me as a dorkable ball of a daisy. So thank you. I guess that's a compliment. I'm not really sure how that one works. And Libin just can't take the heat anymore, which I empathise with. On my Naked Truth response for last week, there hasn't been any comments at this point. There might be some more comments. I may reply down the line if there are any comments on that video. Let's see. On my Animals of Farthingwood review, Ono Figaro commented that he did watch, or she did watch, did watch the Animals of Farthingwood cartoon, and they did have the butcher bird scene. I can't remember the butcher bird scene being in the TV series. I definitely remember, like, the scene that stuck with me as a child was the hedgehogs, which I think I said in that video, but apparently the butcher bird scene is there, which terrifies me that was on TV, but if Wash It Down is a thing, then I'm sure the butcher bird is a thing, so there you go. Moving on, let's see, on to my music picks. Just generally, you guys were super duper complimentary, so thank you. Delta X says, yes, my pick, yes! Thank you for your choice. George Hurst says he missed his chance to suggest, but honestly, feel free to comment, put it down in this video if you have any music that you want to suggest. I'm happy for it, even if I don't film a video response to it. I will listen to it and I'll see whether or not I like it, and you know, I'm always open to new music. I pretty much like all music apart from perhaps extremes of certain types, but and obviously if there's, you know, music where the lyrics disagree with my personal frame of mind, then maybe not, but generally I'm a fan of pretty much all music, so suggest it, you know. If I like it a lot, then I'll put it on my phone. If I don't like it so much, it's good to listen to it and have a new experience. Boss Virgil says good songs and good moves, so thank you. Nathan Lyle says I should get the Lonely Island albums. Yes, I do like those. I did like the only one I know specifically for Lonely Island is of course the Lego song, which is so incredibly catchy. You all have it in your head right now because everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Let's see. F. Barry said good moves, so thank you. And says that his friends say that he dances like a constipated penguin, and I want to see studies of what constipated penguins dance like, because I feel like that would be a very funny video, although I'd feel bad for them after a while. I'd want to like feed them like fibers and, you know, make sure they have their green seedweed in order to help with their discomfort. Although I probably wouldn't want to see the final results of said help with said discomfort. This is turning into a bit of a loop. There we go. Let's see, Dominic commented a good couple of times. I replied to his comment there. Let's have a quick look. Garfunkel Oates is mentioned again. And Jonathan Colton, again, comedy albums, they're awesome. If you have any comedy artists that I don't know about, feel free to put them down below in this video as well. I do, as I said, really like music, and I do like comedy albums. There's something really genuinely entertaining when you combine really clever, witty lyrics to a rhythm, to a beat, and you can say something more with a bit of music as well as the clever witticisms that come with all of that sort of, like, it's such a combination of different levels of intelligence and creativity that you can say a lot with comedy and music. And he also talks about various gaming podcasts and that sort of thing. I'm not that, I'm kind of, when it comes to gaming, up until this year really, because of my vlogging on Mondays, I would consider myself a bit of a gamer, but not much of a gamer. Like, I have played games, but I'm not a gamer. I've never owned any sort of console. I've never owned any sort of handheld gaming device. I'm PC gamer, but I'm not PC master race. I don't know how to do any coding or modding or anything like that. I literally just play games every once in a while. So my general, up until this year, my general knowledge of most games came from watching walkthroughs. I was pretty I like being up to date on gaming knowledge because I have a lot of friends who are the nerdy types who really do love gaming, and I like being able to enjoy the conversation, and particularly with some of the more recent games, the plot and the story and the characters are very well developed and very well written. Obviously, Last of Us and Beyond Two Souls are two really great examples of that. But there's a lot of other games that have come forth where I really get interested in the universe and the characters and how they all work together. And so I like experiencing stories in a different way, even if I don't have the time to play the game. And my theory with a lot of walkthroughs is, if I sit down and watch a professional do a walkthrough for 5 hours, as background noise type podcast type experience, and I can glance over and I can experience the graphics and I can experience the story and I can listen to the amazing voice work and all of that sort of thing. But if I were to play that game in my own right and it's a 10-hour long game, it would take me 50-60 hours at least in order to complete, and that's optimistic, so it's better timing wise for me to do it like that, where I don't have to actively engross myself in the game the whole way through, although obviously it is a more intense experience if you're actually playing it. Wow, tangents all day long. Anyway, moving on to my last video of last week, which was the Crafting Sunday vlog, where nobody commented, so that is nice and easy. Let's have a quick look. Oh, a lot shorter than last week, so we're not going to do a daisy this week, but I don't know. I still feel like it's pretty long, so let's see whether or not we can do another one. Let's do something that isn't a name, because I did, when I was reading it, I was like, what? That's very specific names, very specific information you've got there, and I was having difficulty working out, and then, oh, it's a daisy. The people who didn't watch the end of last week's video, you have no idea what it's talking about. Anyway, let's go with candle. Okay, if you watched last week's video, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, then don't worry about it. Just let it go. Let it go. Feel free to comment down below, and I might talk about you in next week's commentary. As I said, this video might be up a little bit late. I hope it's not too late. I'm experiencing a lot of technical difficulty. My laptop is really weird at the moment, and I'm not sure how to fix it. I might have to do a full retrofit. But there you go. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys all very soon. Bye, guys.